All right, so before we get started, then now they know that about your comedy and stuff. Let them know where they can find you on social media.
Oh,
any
yeah.
cool stuff you got going.
You can find me on Instagram, Ariel Julie Comedy, Ariel _ Julie _ comedy. You can find me on YouTube, Ariel Julie Comedy. The special is called Wiener Patrol. It's about an hour. There's music in it. I did musical comedy for a minute, so yeah, check that out.
And are you planning on doing something like taping something else, or are you just like, I'm gonna just do comedy for a minute before
I'll tape something again, but I don't know, maybe next year. I don't know.
Okay.
That's not the plan. Every year I have goals. So like last year my goal was to do festivals. That's what I wanted to do. I'd never done any. So last year I ended up getting to do 4. And it was a great time. I had a great time at all of them. So that was like last year's thing. This year I've been trying to get into more clubs.
Okay.
So I have a couple clubs booked in February, and then I'm really excited. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully I do well and they have me back.
You gonna shout out the club?
Oh yeah. I don't know when this will come out.
It'll come out before then.
Okay. So February 2nd through 4th, I will be at Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton. Okay. Which I know you've performed at.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
I'm super excited. I'll be hosting that weekend, so that I'm excited. And then at the end of February 24th and 25th, I'll be hosting at CG's Comedy Club. So that'll also be super funny and fun.
Hell yeah. All right, so I'll make sure that this episode drops before then, so people can at least go support if they like what you're talking about on this. So let's get into it then. Are you a big drinker or no, not a big drinker?
No.
Do you fuck with? Are you more of like a drug user then?
I mean,
if you can say for your job, yeah.
You mean by drugs. I mean, we live in Illinois, which is a legal state for marijuana. So I take edibles. I'll do that. That's like an evening thing. But I can't like go out in the world with high.
Yeah.
Like
I don't like to really.
I can't. Yeah. You know, like people, I've seen comics show up at like the Lincoln Lodge. They're like, I'm on shrooms right now. I'm like, how are you outside?
That seems terrifying.
How could you? I would never. I've done shrooms, and that like I need to be in like a controlled
space
environment. Yeah. You're like a trusted person.
Yeah, you're like low stimuli. Like I just all right. You've done shrooms then?
Yeah.
What? Okay, I have shrooms up on my counter. I have a sponsor for this show. And they're a shroom company, and I'm terrified to take them. What was your experience like with shrooms then?
I've done it twice. The first time I did it, I was with my best friend, and he and I took them together, and we were at his apartment, and it was really fun. We like laughed for like 6 hours. Yeah. We were just like laughing at stupid shit. I remember specifically there was one point when he like walked by. No, okay. He's like kind of a messy guy. So there was like a pair of pants on one of his chairs. And so I like moved it to sit down, and I was like, oh, this is a really nice fabric. Like, what fabric is this? And he was like, those are jeans. I was like, no, they're not. I was like, these are not jeans. The fabric is totally different. Yeah. You know what I mean when I say jeans. And I remember I cried at one point because I was like, those are not jeans. It was nuts. It was very cool.
So that was your first time shrooms, and you were like, I want to do that again.
Oh yeah, the second time I did it with Bob, my boyfriend, and we were in my apartment. This was probably during the pandemic, and I remember his goal. He was like, "You've been making fun of me for being a Tool fan, but we're gonna do shrooms, and we're gonna listen to Lateralis, and you're gonna get it. You're gonna understand Tool." And the whole time I was high, but I was completely making fun of it and giving him shit.
Like it just made it worse.
Oh yeah.
Like I just kept shitting on it harder.
He was in this space, like he's done, drugs and like he's done acid and stuff like that, and like listened to Tool, and so he was prepared for like that experience to like go down the rabbit hole and like get inside of the music. And I'm just up here like, oh yeah, this is really cool. This is awesome.
Did you feel like high at all during that time?
Yeah, I was high, but I was like, wow.
Just too sarcastic.
This.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Oh, I get it now. And he was like, it's like being high with you and listening to shrooms, or listening to music on shrooms. He was like, it's like you're having like a really great time, but then your accountant just keeps like opening your office door like, hi, I know you're having a great time. Really quickly, the world is on fire. Okay, have a great day. Bye. He's like, that's what it's like with you. And I'm like, oh, good. It's
tight.
I'm very fun. I'm a very fun person.
All right. I'm glad you got to share this shroom story. That makes me less terrified of shrooms.
They can be fun.
So, It'll be fun. All right, let's get into your stories.
My stories. I don't have a lot of stories because I don't drink that much.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of alcohol really, and I'm not good at it. But I did it when I was younger.
Gotcha.
I drank in college and like soon after college. So the story I have prepared for you is actually about how I got drunk, but I am bad at drinking. And I'm just, like, I'm more socially awkward than...
Like, you're bad at drinking. When you say that, what do you mean? Like, you're a lightweight or, like, you just don't...
Both.
Both.
I'm a huge lightweight.
Yeah.
Because I just don't imbibe. And I'm a very small human.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, I can't do it. And then... like, it doesn't make me feel good.
No, it doesn't?
No.
Oh, man. Alcohol makes me the happiest I've ever.
It's drinking poison. I feel weird. My stomach feels weird. I don't like not being in control of my faculties.
Got you.
So this was like October 2013. So I was about 23.
Yeah.
And I had this group of friends that were not comedy. I wasn't even near to starting comedy yet, but they're lovely people. I'm still friends with all of them. And it was a girl. It was her birthday, and she's a bit of a woo girl. My friend,
girl.
Yeah, woo, like she's a woo girl, And so I, as a single 23-year-old, I had this image, like, okay, when was the last time you were single? Like before you met your now person?
Man, I was single last. There was a moment in college where I was single.
Okay.
And that was like a few weeks.
So you're like 20.
Yeah, like 20. About 20. Okay. About 20. Let's say 20, yeah.
So I'm around that age. And when you're like single, you want to find somebody, but you also want people that you're interested in dating to look at you a certain way, right? Like you're like, I want to be this guy, and you like kind of do what you do to like, make people see what you think you want them to see.
Yeah, for sure.
So I found a picture of the whole crew on this particular night, and like what I'm wearing is like, Ariel, what are you doing? So I was wearing is this R2D2 tank top, where it's like got the thing so it looks like I'm
so you're
the R2D2.
Yeah.
It was very tight, and my boobs were huge at the time because I was on birth control. So they were like crazy big. So it's like I have like all this cleavage, but this like nerdy fitted tank top because I want dudes to see my big tits.
The librarian fantasy.
But I want them to like see that I'm a nerd.
Yeah, for sure.
And I have the glasses, and I have like my long dark curly hair, and I have like lipstick and eyeliner, which is all the makeup I know how to do at this point. Yep. And that didn't change, by the way, until like a month ago. Like I had no idea what to do with makeup until last month when my drag queen friend taught me.
Hey, sometimes that's what it takes,
Men are better at everything, I'm saying.
Hey, you said it, not me. I'm just shaking my head in agreement. That's
So I'm wearing this like little slinky but nerdy shirt.
Yeah.
And I've got my little red pleather jacket thing, and it's cute. And the pocket is just big enough for a book. Because I have it in my head. Like, I had this fantasy, like, I'm going to be that girl that a guy notices at a bookstore. Like, that's where I want to be.
Dang, you watch a lot of, like, hopeless romantic. Yeah.
500 Days of Summer and all of that crap in my head. Like, I'm going to be the nerdy manic pixie dream girl. Guys are going to hit on me at bookstores. That's going to be... I'm going to hang out in Myopic in Wicker Park. And some guy's going to see me reading Hey Nostradamus in a corner. And he's going to ask me about it, and we're going to fall in love. And,
just imagine Bob walking up to you.
That would never... Bob and I met at the Kedzian. We met at an open mic.
Yeah, that's like... Is that a fucking book? That's what he was saying.
Bob would never have been in a bookstore. Like, there's... Honestly, the night we met for the first time, I saw Bob do a set about how awful doing No Fun February was. And he was ranting about how much it sucked to be sober and how awful No Fun February was. And it was February 4th. It had been 4 days.
Damn, dude. Most of these are weekdays also.
I know.
Like it's
It was like a Tuesday.
Yeah, like it's Tuesday, dude.
And he was like, being sober is the worst. And my mind's not a mind. And he's like going back and forth on the stage, just yelling. And I was sitting there like, he's so cute.
You're like, this is just like my fantasy with the book.
Fuck that guy. I'm gonna fuck that guy. But that was when I was 29. So back when I'm 23, I'm like thinking I'm gonna meet like I'm gonna be that cute, nerdy, mysterious girl.
Mysterious too, jeez.
Yes.
Yeah.
So got my little R2D2 thing. I got my book in my pocket. I will tell you what book it is later. It matters, but not right now. So I got my book in my pocket, but everyone else in the group is dressed like normal. There's girls and guys in the group. My woo girlfriend, she's wearing like a very cute like black dress, and like all the other girls are like ready to go out, and the guys are like ready to go out, and like everybody's single except for like one couple in the group, but then everybody else is single, and we're all like looking to fuck. But like some people in the group are looking to fuck other people in the group.
Oh, geez.
But those group people, like, we don't know that, you know? So everyone thinks they're just looking to meet other strangers.
It's not the case.
But then people are trying to fuck each other. It's like a whole thing. So we end up going to the Crocodile Lounge in Wicker Park. I don't know if you've...
I know the name. Yeah, I haven't been there, but I know that.
It's like a club. I don't know what it's like now, but I mean, 10 years ago.
It's popular though.
Yeah, this is 10 years ago. So it was fine. We went inside, and then the upstairs part, like the main level part, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like a bar. It's fine. And then they're like, oh, we got to go downstairs. And I had never been there. I'm like, oh, downstairs. They're like, that's where the club part is.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, and we had been drinking, by the way, throughout the night. Like, I was already a little tipsy at this point. I had a lot of rum and orange juice. That was my combo.
What? Never heard of that. Rum and orange juice?
Yeah, I'm not good at drinking.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like sweet. I like vodka is too harsh. Whiskey makes me barf. That's a whole different story. I'll tell you that story too. That's when I was drunk in Ireland.
Okay.
That's a whole other thing. So I can't do whiskey. Vodka burns. What are other things that people drink?
You got whiskey, you got rum, tequila.
Tequila's okay. I used to be able to do shots of tequila, and now I just why? I don't.
Yeah, shots.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't need it. But rum was like sweet, and it does combine well with orange juice because there's a cocktail with rum and orange juice. It's like a dark and stormy.
I've never had rum and orange juice.
It's
I feel
a
like
thing.
it would go together,
It
maybe.
does,
Yeah,
it's a real thing.
Sure,
Make it up.
Yeah. You're just like, in college I don't have many ingredients. So
I had it in a thermos that I brought. Like I mixed it at home, brought the thermos to the pregame party.
Got you.
So I've been drinking that, so I was pretty tipsy. We get to the club, then they're like, we got to go downstairs. And so we go downstairs, and it's this just dark, gross. The whole floor was sticky.
Yum.
No chairs or stools, just nowhere to sit.
Just college party days.
So everyone's just standing and like grinding, and you order alcohol from the bar, and it comes in a fishbowl. A fishbowl, like a round
even
fishbowl.
just for like a solo drink for one person.
You're supposed to share it.
Okay.
Like it's got multiple straws because this was pre-COVID, obviously.
Yeah, for sure not happening now.
Oh, for sure. It's the one thing COVID was like, maybe no more.
Maybe we shouldn't all slobber into one drink and then drink that together.
That was not the only bar, by the way, that served alcohol in fish bowls.
That's so gross.
They did that at a bar in Wrigleyville.
So gross.
So gross. Yeah, it was not great. And it's blue. The alcohol is blue. So it's just like jungle juice that you paid too much for.
Yeah, for sure.
Served out of a container that was not meant for you to drink out of.
Yeah, not at all.
That's for an animal to live in.
Yeah,
This is insane.
Yeah.
So all my friends are like drinking this blue bullshit from a fishbowl. I'm already tipsy. I'm like, there's nowhere to sit. The floor is sticky. The bathroom was disgusting, and all the guys there were ugly. So I was like, I hate this.
This is not a good time.
I hate this. This is I don't like crowded spaces.
Yeah, it's just not.
I'm 4'10", so for me, clubs like that is all elbows. It's just elbows.
Just elbows and nipples. You're like, I can't.
Yeah. And I'm like looking around. I'm like, I'm not going to get noticed here by some guy. He's not going to see me from across the room. He can't see me.
Yeah.
He can't see me. I'm down here. Like, I'm like, this is not where I'm going to find true love.
At least you realized it, though.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
early on. Yeah, you were like, yeah, it's not
So about like 10 minutes into the night, I ghosted. I like I just left. I was
Didn't
like,
say anything to anybody.
No, I was like, they have my number. They'll text me when they need me. I was like, I know how to get home. Like, it's, I got money. I got like a, bus pass or whatever. Like, I'll, but I can't be in this space. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So, but I'm drunk. I am drunk at this point. So I go outside and I feel like maybe I'm going to puke. So I dry heave a little bit in the trash can outside, and it's just not happening. I hate puking. And I'll tell that story after. And it has to do with the whiskey thing in Ireland, but I hate puking. So I'm like, dry heave a little bit in the garbage can outside. Nothing's happening. And then, I look up and I see the bright neon lights of Jimmy John's. And I'm like,
my savior.
That's where I got to go.
Yeah.
I hate Jimmy John's, but in the moment...
Drunk you is
That's
like,
where I got, it's the place to be. Yeah. So I walk into this deserted Jimmy John's, and I know, I want to use the bathroom and see if I can throw up in there. Like, maybe the reason why I can't throw up is because I'm in public. So I'm like, but I think it's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
But I feel bad about using the bathroom without paying for something. So the lady working behind the counter, I was like, hey, can I use your restroom? I promise I'll order something when I come out. And she was like, oh yeah, it's no problem. And I don't know why, but I already had this lie ready to go because I thought she would say no, but then she said yes. But then I lied for no reason. So I'm drunk in this Jimmy John's. I'm like, can I use your restroom? I promise I'll order. She's like, yeah, no problem. And I go, I think I might be pregnant. Oh, I didn't. I wasn't. And
she was like, that doesn't matter.
She was like, I think I might be pregnant. And she goes, oh, girl, I've been there. And I was like, oh, now we're bonding. Okay.
So you're going to share a sandwich and converse over your...
Like, why did I say that? Because I was drunk and I didn't know what to do. So she gives me the key to the bathroom, and I go use the bathroom. And I try to puke. It doesn't happen, but I have a moment. And she checked on me too. She was really nice.
That's cool.
And she's like, "Are you all right in there, girl? Like, I'm with you, girl. I got you, girl." I'm like, "Are you pregnant now? Like, what are you going through?"
Yeah, I think you should get.
Yeah, I feel like I've triggered something in this girl and this Jimmy John's manager. So there's one other guy working there, by the way. This younger, skinny black kid. He seemed like a nice guy. I come to find out his name is Lex. I learned that later. So I try to puke. It doesn't work. I come out and I was like, can I just sit here and just chill? Like, I don't want to order anything. She's like, yeah, girl, just sit. You're fine. She's so nice. We're having that girlfriend. We don't know each other.
Future mother bonding.
Yeah. Both going through it, girl. You and me, we're the same. So I already told you my tits were huge because I was on birth control. Oh
yeah, so she's like, yeah, this checks out.
There's no reason that I could have been pregnant, and I was not. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna pull out my book. I'm drunk at this Jimmy John's. I can't throw up, but I'm a read.
It's your moment.
I'm gonna read at a Jimmy John's at 1 a.m. in Wicker Park while drunk.
Your Chardonnay number is gonna pull in.
Yeah. So it was a pocket size version of Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, which is so cool of me. I'm such a cool person. Was I reading that book because I really wanted to read Les Mis? Or did I want other people to see me reading Les Mis and think that girl's cool?
Yeah.
Who would have thought what is wrong with me?
That doesn't. Yeah, I wouldn't have pegged you for that.
I love Les Mis.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite musicals.
Okay. Now, after forcing yourself to read it a couple of times.
While drunk in a Jimmy John's at 2 a.m. Yeah, I can't think of a better place to read.
Yeah, you're like, I actually like this now.
So relaxing.
Great story.
Those plastic chairs, something about it. So comfortable. So I start reading Les Mis, and the guy working, he's wiping down the tables and mopping the floor. And I notice he's only wiping the tables near me. you know, and then he comes over and he wipes my table, and then he comes back around. He's like, he keeps coming back.
Circling, yeah.
Yeah. And then he comes over and he's like, oh, you like to read? And I was like, yeah. And I was still drunk, Ken. I blame that on the next thing I said. But he goes, oh, you know, I like to read too. Have you ever read The Alchemist? And I said, yeah, I went to high school. Here your knight in shining armor is, and you're like, yeah, dum-dum. He was mopping the floors at a Jimmy John's at 2 a.m. I would call him a knight in shining armor. But he was nice. He was fine. And so he keeps like trying to talk to me. And I'm just like, I don't want to get hit on by you. Yeah. You mop the floors at Jimmy John's.
Yeah, so you're like, I'm pregnant.
Yeah. Well, the manager at one point, like I see her give him a look like I want to.
Like, that's a lost cause, dude. She's got one in the oven. She's
not the one for you. Yeah. But then he comes over and he brought me a free bag of chips.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he was like, here. And I was like, oh, I didn't buy it. He's like, it's on me. I'm like, oh, thank you. That's so nice of you. So I'm like enjoying this little moment. I'm like, oh, somebody is hitting on me. That's nice. Okay. And then like 4 of the people from my group from the bar across the street end up coming in, and they're like, oh, there you are. And I'm like, yeah, I've been here. And they're like, yeah, that club sucks. Like the music's loud, there's nowhere to sit, the floors are sticky, blah blah. I'm like, yeah, all the reasons why I left immediately. And they're like, yeah, you made the right call. And then they all order food and sit down, and then everybody ended up where I was. Because I was the life cool.
Of the party. Yeah.
I was the life of the party.
Yeah, they're like, let's go ahead.
All my friends got annihilated, wasted that night. There was a cab ride home. We split up 2 cabs. And then the cab I was in, we got home safe. But the boys I was with were like so drunk and depressed because they were all single at the time. And so I had to do a lot of psychiatry in that cab ride home. And then the other cab, we found out they had gotten a flat tire. Jeez. And then one of them puked out the window, and then 2 of them fucked, and then they fucked in the bedroom, and then the cats were in the room, and then the cats couldn't get out, and there was all this drama over there. But then I was just with like she's never gonna love crying, me. Yeah. And then that guy, by the way, that Jimmy John's guy, he found me on OkCupid the next day.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And he messaged me. He's like, hey, you're the girl from Jimmy John's. And I'm like, that's not what I want to be.
The girl from Jimmy John's.
I wanted to be the girl from the bookstore. Or the girl from the coffee shop.
This is not the way that my rom-com got written.
I'm the girl from Jimmy John's.
The girl from Jimmy John's. Now you have to write a rom-com where you meet somebody in a Jimmy John's.
I'd prefer not to do that. It was not the
rom-com on the way.
That was not the moment I had envisioned for myself at the beginning of the night. Like, I'm gonna meet somebody while drunk at this Jimmy John's, and the manager thinks I'm pregnant.
Yeah,
because I told her that.
That's a good storyline though. Like, pregnant woman goes to Jimmy John's, finds the love of her life.
Jimmy John's is not where love happens. If you fall in love at Jimmy John's, then you don't live in Illinois. That's like an Alabama story.
That's a beautiful story.
It's not a beautiful
I'm behind it, 100%.
It's a stupid story.
I'm so with it. Yeah. I can't wait to see the screenplay. I'm so excited.
Yep. Love in the most unlikely of places.
That's a beautiful story.
Yeah. Eden, just if you order a turkey slim at Jimmy John's, do you know what that sandwich is? It's 2 pieces of white bread and some turkey, and that's the whole sandwich.
That's not a sandwich.
No.
I think it has to be like condiments on it for it to be considered a sandwich.
It's just 2 pieces of bread and turkey, and that's a turkey slim. That's number 4. The turkey slim. And they charge you money for that.
They charge you.
That's not where you find your love. That's
not where you find love at all.
No.
That's not at all.
At least go to like an artisan deli. Like a place.
I like Jimmy John's better for your story.
I haven't eaten there since. That's the last time I was ever in a Jimmy John's. Man, I refuse to go back there because of that guy. I'm afraid. What
if he was like, you just go there one of these days?
It's like, I knew you'd be back.
Like, my love.
I've been waiting for you for 10 years.
How's the baby?
He's in 4th grade.
Yeah, you
He's
just
doing
have to
great.
keep up this dumb line. Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, so there's that story. So that's the story. So, so you want to know why I can't drink whiskey?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So here's my other good drunk story. So I got to go back all the way to my fourth grade. So, and there's a reason why. So in the year,
You weren't drinking in the fourth grade.
I was not drinking
Okay,
in the
I'm like,
fourth grade.
jeez.
I was not drinking in the fourth grade, but in the year 2000, I was in fourth grade in Vernon Hills, Illinois, at Hawthorne Elementary School. And we were all doing this thing where we would rotate desks. Like our group of desks would rotate to another group of desks to read the next chapter of the book, which was Snow Treasure. We were reading Snow Treasure, which is another World War II. It was like kind of about the Holocaust, but it was in Sweden. So it was like not about the Holocaust, but it was
Holocaust
happening.
adjacent,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was Holocaust adjacent. So we're reading Snow Treasure, and I that morning told my mom I was feeling sick, but I didn't have a fever, so I went to school anyway. So I'm sitting there. I was actually sitting at my best friend Valerie's desk. She is still my best friend. And so I was sitting at her desk reading Snow Treasure, and I puked Reese's Puff cereal all over my pants.
Oh,
yeah, it was gross. It was gross. And it was really embarrassing, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And I hated it so much that I didn't puke again for 10 years.
No way.
I swear to God.
You just, what do? You
I
just stop yourself?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it, I'm like, nope.
Just like, nope, not gonna
we
happen.
don't puke. We don't do that.
Whoa.
So 10 years, I did not puke. So, and after puking the Reese's Puff cereal, I could also never have Reese's Puff cereal again.
That happened to me with cucumbers and ranch.
Right, because
so much of
it's
it.
called taste aversion.
Yeah.
When you puke it up, you're like, when you eat it the next time, you remember the vomit part, and it's like a reflex, right? So I remember this moment. It's clearly stuck with me. I remember what I was wearing.
Jeez.
Like I remember the smell of it. Like yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
So 10 years later is now 2010. I'm 20 years old, and I am at school. I went to Bradley. But we were doing abroad. We were doing a study abroad.
Okay.
It was 2 weeks in Dublin. So, yeah, obviously a big drinking town. And it's legal there when you're like 18.
Yeah,
so I'm 20 years old. I can drink legally there.
Hell yeah.
And I drank before, so I was like, hell yeah, let's do this. So it was the second to last night there. We do a pub crawl. A musical pub crawl.
Nice.
And I've been drinking it's called Bulmers, which is like their cider beer.
Okay.
It's really good, and I've been drinking quite a few pints of it, and then I'd had a couple shots of Jameson, and because it's Ireland.
You have to, yeah.
It's part of
you
the
have
thing.
to,
I think I had a Guinness at some point too, which is heavy, and I'm not great at drinking, but I'm doing it. We're having a great time. So then towards the end of the night, I can feel myself getting pretty drunk.
Yeah.
And people say to me now, they're like, "Man, I want to see you drunk. I bet you're so uninhibited when I bet you're crazy drunk." I'm like, I get tired. I'm sleepy.
You're like, I just might fall asleep underneath
I'm not fun.
this table.
I'm not more fun when I'm drunk. I just get sleepy and uncomfortable. It's not exciting. So I can feel myself getting drunk and sleepy and just I think the night is over. So I remember thinking, okay, I'm at this bar in Dublin. I'm pretty drunk. I'm probably going to throw up.
Uh-oh.
I'm probably going to throw up tonight. But I remember the last time I threw up in the fourth grade, when I threw up Reese's Puff cereal, I was never able to eat Reese's Puff cereal ever again. So maybe tonight, if I go get some food and I eat that food and then I puke up that food later, maybe I'll never want to eat that food again.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's my logic.
Like,
so I'm like, I'm gonna go get a big ass plate of French fries. So me and a friend went to Hungry Harry's.
Why French fries? Do you
Because
not want to eat French fries?
How great would it be if I never wanted to eat French fries? They're bad for you.
Oh, fair.
And then then it's easier to stay thin.
Fair enough. Okay.
you never-
I can see the point of you now.
see,
I'm like, French fries are delicious.
Of course they're delicious. That's why I love to eat them. And they're bad for
that's
you.
the problem. They're delicious.
That's the problem. They're amazing. They're the best food that's ever been created.
Right.
In fact. So my drunken logic is okay, wouldn't that be great if I hated the taste of French fries? Wouldn't that be so great for me?
Save yourself, yeah.
Yeah, right. Not bad logic.
No, that's great logic. That's amazing drunk logic.
That's amazing drunk logic. That's what I thought. So we eat, my friend and I, we eat a giant plate of Hungry Harry's French fries, and then I go back to the hotel, and I was a very ambitious drunk. we were leaving in like 2 days. So I actually packed my suitcase.
Oh,
I
genius.
also straightened up my roommate's side of the room.
Wow.
I had apparently stolen 4 pint glasses from the bar. They were in my bag.
You have to do that.
I had stolen glasses throughout the whole trip for like other people because I was small and I had a big bag. So I like just stole glasses
They're not checking you, yeah.
for other people. Yeah. So I had stolen like 4 glasses and I washed them out in the sink while I was drunk. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. So I do all these things. I remember I turned on my roommate's side of the bed light for her to come home.
That's nice.
I was very
You're just
considerate.
great, yeah.
Very courteous drunk. So I go to sleep. I remember waking up around like 4 or 5 a.m. I do, in fact, puke. I puke up all the alcohol. I puke up all the French fries. And after that, wherever we were the next time that had French fries, I try a fry and I'm all good. I do not have taste aversion. Fries, I'm all good. I'm like, man, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Still love fries. Whatever. So about a year or 2 later, I go to the Flatiron, the bar in Wicker Park, with a friend of mine, and they have a beer and a shot. It's a PBR and a shot of Jameson for like, I don't know, $4, whatever it is. So my friend and I do the shot, clink, and I chase it with the beer, immediately puke. I got taste aversion for whiskey. Whiskey. Not for fries, but for whiskey.
It's because you planned ahead for the fries and your brain was like, nope. That's not how this works.
Nope.
We get to decide.
It was whiskey. And ever since, even the smell of whiskey, just I can't. And so for Bob's 40th birthday, I bought him a very nice whiskey, a rare, a nice. And he's like, no, but this one's different. I'm like, it's whiskey.
It's not. Yeah, it's whiskey. I'm gonna throw up.
This is for you. This is all for you.
Please drink it in the bathroom.
So that's that story. That's why I can't drink whiskey. I can't do it.
That is hilarious. Did they immediately cut you off and take you out of the bar with you?
No, it was Flatiron. They didn't care. I was like the 8th person to puke there that night.
They just mopped it up and was like, do you want another one?
So I didn't puke at
you went to the
I did the shot, I did the beer, and then immediately it was like, and I ran to the bathroom. I made it mostly in the toilet, enough that they didn't need to clean up.
Yeah.
And then, it's the drunk girl camaraderie in the bathroom. Oh my God, are you okay? We don't know each other. I'm like, girl, but your shoes are cute.
You're like, it's okay, I'm pregnant. It's just
I wish I would have done that. That would have been really funny.
Hilarious.
That would have been really funny. I'm pregnant. Girl, you're fine. The only time I've ever been friends with, oh my God, girls, is in a bathroom late at night.
Yeah.
In real life, they're my sworn enemy, but in a bar bathroom, we're all friends.
That's they're passionate. They love hard.
They're so friendly. They're so sweet. They're just so nice. Girl, I love that you bring a book with you to bars. That's so cool.
You're like, you know what? I need one of you in my life.
You're right. I wish I could just carry a drunk girl in a bathroom around with me who's just like, girl, you got this. He's going to propose soon. I swear. You're worth it. You're great. I'm going to follow you on Instagram, bitch. That's what I need. That's the kind of support that I need from an audience. I think the reason why I do comedy is just to get the validation from drunk girls in bar bathrooms, because I don't get drunk and go to bars really anymore. So I don't have that validation anymore.
It's the way to get to them.
I need it from an audience.
Bring them to you, yeah.
Who are like, you're so funny. And I'm like, you're really supportive.
Yeah.
But not as supportive as Ashley.
Ashley in the bathroom, let me tell you.
Ashley with a GH in her name.
So specific, but
you'll never compare to fucking Sarah. You don't know what being supportive really is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man. Those are fantastic stories.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that you have whiskey aversion now.
I can't. Yeah, I really can't. It's terrible.
All right, let's get you out of here one more time. Let the people know where they can find you on social media.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Ariel_Julie_comedy. You can find me on YouTube, Ariel Julie Comedy. There's a link tree, linktree.com/Ariel Julie. Ariel Julie Comedy. One of the two. If you Google Ariel Julie Comedy, you'll find me.
Oh yeah, and it's in your Instagram also, your link tree and everything, so they
Yep,
can go
yep.
everything. Hell yeah, and I'll also include all the links to all your stuff, social media stuff. And as always, I'm Ken Hamlet, a drunken night out on everything. Ken Hamlet on everything, and the website is bigblackschlongs.com. So, peace out, y'all. Hell yeah, thank you. That was a fucking great episode.
Oh good. Oh good. I was really worried.
No, that was a great, and it's 47 minutes.